double-edged sword, a solipsistic question, bad for the complexion it is.
You know, I think one of the costs of sort of Congress being asleep is that nobody's paying attention to the possibilities for diplomacy. And I know you feel that that is the obvious answer to this, and I think it's important for this message of the possibilities for diplomacy to get out. And you may know of the article that I did last year, which came out with the story, which had hitherto been only slightly reported on the fringes of the media, about how Iran sent a secret message to the Bush administration
through the Swiss.
Through the Swiss.
I've seen a copy of it.
You have seen it.
And
it's
awesome.
Early May 2003.
All they're asking for is stop sanctioning us, stop punishing us, and we'll help you stabilize things in Iraq.
They wanted, as you say, the end of the sanctions. They wanted normal relations, and they wanted their legitimate interests in the Middle East as a neighbor of Iraq, next door neighbor of Iraq with the same Shiite, religious basis, to be recognized by the United States, so that we couldn't accuse them of being, aggressive and so forth. And in return, as you say, they were willing to help us on Iraq. They were willing to negotiate on the nuclear issue, to meet our concerns about avoiding nuclear capability. They were willing to make peace with Israel. They were willing to stop the aid to Hamas and to Hezbollah, and to make sure that they were no longer attacking Israelis in the area that is legitimately Israel's. So they were willing to make a deal that surely everyone who would read that document would agree would be a perfectly good deal for us. The fact is that they are arguably more amenable to common interests with the United States, to reaching common grounds with the United States, than China was in 1972 when Richard Nixon went to Beijing and basically in one sweep set aside 20 years of hostility between the two countries. Now, there's a very interesting parallel between the two cases, and I would say that what we need is a president who is going to look to the Nixon example with China as the perfect way to deal with this problem.
In fact, if I do become president, my top priority will be to bring about peace between the Palestinians and Israel, and a peace that would be accepted by both populations, because that would require a vote, not just by the leadership, but by the people themselves. I think we could go on, Gareth, for much, much more on this subject, which both motivates you and motivates me. But let's close it out here, and I thank you for your scholarship in bringing this information forward, because they're lying to us, and the proof that they're lying to us is they show us no evidence.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for taking that on, Mike.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.